The year 2011 was one of progressive change for Asian football, with the Japan women's national team becoming the first nation from the continent to win the prestigious FIFA Women's World Cup, a triumph that announced the arrival of the Asian footballing nations globally. And now China, India and even the Southeast Asian sides are slowly emerging as lucrative markets in the football arena. Myra Bunji of Football Asia caught up with FIFA President Sepp Blater at the recently concluded AFC Awards to get his viewpoint on the matter and to find out what steps FIFA is taking to ensure that the wheels of progress keep turning in Asia. Elected for 4 consecutive terms, the FIFA President has been witness and contributor towards the rapid development of Asian football.
There has been a lot of work done already in Asia in general with the program The Future is Asia and the program, the Vision program. But still there's a lot to do because 2/3 of the world population lives in Asia. And there is a new powerhouse coming on, and this is the subcontinent of India. And here we will make a lot of efforts to popularize our sport. They like it, but it's not introduced. It was introduced once at club level. We have realized that the most ancient clubs in Asia, they were in India, but we have to help them. The other powerhouse, naturally, is China. And both of them, they have more than 1.3 billion people, so there is something to do. And when I'm looking at Asian countries, what football has done and could have done, in Iraq, playing football during the whole situation which can be compared to a war, then in Afghanistan, still playing football, the football for hope. I'm sure that Asian football will play a big part on the international football scenery, and not only for Asia but for the world, because it's so important that this game is a universal game.
India is slowly emerging as a footballing nation, and the future looks bright.
It has to start in grassroots football, and then school football, and then to start with the youth teams by under 14, under 15, and so on. And to build up. But it's exactly the same system which is applied in big countries and where football is playing a big part. If you start to build a national team and you start the pyramid by the top, the pyramid must be started by the bottom. I think in India now they have the will to do so, and with the start of the professional league, this is a first step, and I'm sure taking some time, you cannot build up a national team in 2 years, but taking some time, I'm sure that further youth teams should be on the international level. We are also envisaging that they shall organize in the near future an under-17 world tournament in order to show in the country what are the possibilities of competition organization.
China has a head start over India in football, but the latter seems like a more favourable market for the development of the beautiful game.
We have started with competitions in China, and the first under-16 we organized in China in 1985 already, and then in China we have organized Women's World Cup. China has had the opportunity to organize big competitions. Football is very popular in China. What they are missing in China is the structure, the organizational structure. It's not so easy in that country. In India, in my opinion, it will be easier to start, but it's important to have an international competition there. Also, in order that the premises prepared, stadia are prepared, and international stadia in order that you can receive international football. And here we put a lot of focus on the development of Indian football, and it's a little bit my personal commitment to India.
FIFA has been impressed with the work done by the AFC in the development of Asian football, and the writing is on the wall for the progress of the game in the continent.
You have the wonderful one, which is the J League, You have the K-League in Korea. You have leagues in the Arabic countries, and to improve also the club football, you must attract let's say players from the continents where the good football is coming. And I'm not only speaking about Europe, but South America and Africa. But you have yourself a lot of good players, but they are not yet known or not developed. My opinion, new world of football is Asia. And in this new world, when you have the attractive leagues, you will have the attractive players. So for the time being, in Asia, you can open the televisions everywhere. You see Premier League, or you see perhaps something from Spain, Italy, Germany, but you don't see so much from Asian football. And this is a procedure or a movement mutation, yeah, to change something. But it will take some time. But it is attractivity of a league which will attract people, and more you can close the stadium, you can open the stadium. So I think there is a possibility for everybody, but it needs some investments in let's say the infrastructure, and then attract players.
The future is certainly Asia, and the key to success lies in its population and creating new powerhouses in football.
I'm sure that Asian teams, club teams, but Asian national teams can play a better role, a better part in the future. You have always, you have in the last World Cups, Korea was 6 times in a row in the World Cup. Japan is always in the World Cup, Saudi Arabia not always, but coming. We should have some newcomers in FIFA's World Cup. In Asia also you have a variety of cultures, and it's not so easy all because of the distances to bring people together. But there is enough people that you can have in the different regions. You can have powerful football. So if you say we have one power, it is on the west, and one power in the center, where coming back to India and the satellites in India, and one power in the east, then you would have 3 powerhouses. And I'm sure that in these regions you can have these exceptional high-level professional football clubs, and in the same time, by developing football clubs, you will develop your national teams.
You can log on to the AFC website for more information on the latest happenings from across the Asian football arena.